Hello.
And we're live.
Well,
Howdy.
Howdy.
We're a little late tonight.
y'all.
It's been a crazy day. My wife's out of town, so I had to put the kids to bed by myself. And they decided, who wants to go to bed? You know? Nobody
I
wants
do.
to go. I know, I do. I was like, I want to
I'll
go to bed.
Yeah, I'll go to bed now.
I'd love to go to bed. I've been up late the past few nights working on kyber crystals.
Ooh, you got a new one, don't you?
A new one. Oh, wait, I should start recording the actual podcast to talk.
We could.
And then we could.
Yeah, why not?
I told you. I should be in bed. Anyways. All right, here we go. I don't know if I don't even have my iPad in here to watch YouTube, so
I got it.
Katrin will have to tell me all the comments pouring.
Too many to keep
Yes.
up with.
Yeah, here we go.
We're going to have to hire somebody to do it.
I know a guy.
Huh.
No, really.
Oh.
I don't. Anyways, here we go. 3, 2. This is 206, right?
206.
1. Hello and welcome to I Am Geek, and this is episode 206. I'm Ryan, joined by my brother Chris and our good pal Katrin, and we're back here
Hey-o.
at it again. You guys excited for tonight?
Yes.
I thought you were going to
Been
start
thinking
breaking
about it
out
all
the
week.
song or something.
I was a little tease.
At
there.
it again.
The rest of the song will be at the end of the episode. This is sort of a
Bonus.
a down week, I guess you'd say. We're just gonna chat with you for a little bit this week, and then we're gonna talk about stuff coming up. And I'm going to Disney, so we'll talk about that a little bit. But it's sort of a news week for all the news you need to know.
That's Katrin's
That's
job.
my line.
I know.
Jeez.
Sorry.
What do I do now? What do I do?
He's pointless. We got
I want to
nothing
get one
for
of
him to
those,
do.
for lack of a better word, machines. So you press the button and it makes all the sound effects.
A sound
It's a
Board.
thing.
soundboard.
It's a thing podcasters use. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
Then I can just hit a button and it'll do it.
Yeah. Soundbox.
Anyways,
No.
it's been a
Kind
crazy
of
week here. I've been up late every night. My wife's out of town, so I've been having to put the kids to bed, and that's always fun by myself. And I've been making kyber crystals.
Ooh. Out of kyber?
If you don't know what kyber crystals are, then this is your first time listening to this show. But I make them for these lightsabers that Disney makes called from Savi's Workshop in Star Wars Land for most of these people are Galaxy's Edge. And they work in their lightsabers. And I made one for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, which is coming up October 1st, just around the corner.
What?
But
What?
I've started selling them. They've been, I've sold a few of them. I'm very excited about that. If you're watching, here it is in its little case. It's sort of hard to see.
Ooh. Well, if you keep moving
especially
around
if
like
you keep
that.
moving it
Yeah.
around.
There it is.
Ooh.
But I'm also working on one that I'm taking to give out to cast members.
Does it say thank you?
No, it's a 50. It's like this
Oh.
one, but it's a little different. This is just a prototype. I'm making another prototype, and then I'm going to decide which one is better. So, do you want to see the prototype? You want to see it? You see it?
Of course.
If you're listening, just imagine.
I mean,
Here's the.
I can only
So it's still got the
imagine.
50 on it, but it's got like iridescent.
It's like a party.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
a party inside a kyber crystal.
gold.
It's a kyber party.
So that's the first version for the one that I'm just going to pass out to cast members. It's going to be like, hey,
That'll be
you're cool.
fun.
Have a kyber
Yeah.
crystal. And they'll be like, what's this?
Is it a confetti bomb?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
It
So
does.
We're not
That's
allowed
cool.
to take anything from you.
But I'll probably mostly be handing them out in Galaxy's Edge. And so there's little hidden Mickeys in it, little confetti hidden
Aw.
Mickeys. And I've only used the colors that they sell kyber crystals there. So blue, red, green, gold, or yellow. white, and then there's a hidden black one in it because that's a really difficult one to find. So I hid a black one inside, so you have to like look around see where the black one is.
Huh.
I don't know. I thought it was fun.
Mhm.
I'm sure most of the people there will be like, yeah, I don't want one of those, but thanks. Wares. I just have a
There you go.
jacket that I open up.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. Hey. I'm thinking about taking.
Oh, they will.
Maybe for one night.
always
while I'm
love
at
to see
Galaxy's
your
Edge, taking
wares.
my poncho, my Cal Kestis poncho.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
In the middle of
Just
summer.
be goofy and wear it around. Well, just wear it around.
Yeah, Goofy's a different character. I don't think that would. Yeah, I don't remember him.
I got to
in
work on my
Poncho.
bathsuit now. Like I have to do it.
Gosh.
I'm trying to think of the best
I know.
summer version.
I don't think that he wears a
where I'm
poncho.
not going to burn up, but I'll still look like I'm in universe. You know, that's the hard. Yeah.
Yeah, that's always the hard part. I've tried to, and that's the thing. You always have to think about that when you go to Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, because it's almost always hot.
I'm
So
like the second, or I used
if
to
you
be.
Google
Maybe
it,
not anymore. If you
you'll
Google
find some
Batu
things,
Bound, I'm
like
like the second picture or second or
Batu
third.
Bound in shorts.
But that was a long time
You know?
ago. So I don't know. Because I was like, oh look, I'm famous.
What?
On
You should
Google.
do workout Luke.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
He's working out with Yoda.
Yeah.
Headband.
I'll figure something out.
Yeah. Wear some spandex or something.
Yeah.
Throw off these guns.
That's actually a cool idea. You could wear like cut off shirt.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Man.
Yeah.
Have in your backpack you just have
But he still
Yoda.
wears
Sorry,
pants.
those are illegal to go into Disney.
Show off the guns. Yeah.
Well, you can do shorts.
This
It's
is
a
it.
bounding.
It's bounding.
So it doesn't have to be.
He wears pants.
It's not
That's true.
cosplay.
It's bounding.
Wonder if I can figure out a
It's
Cal
not
Kestis
a costume.
short bounding. Well, not short.
No, I think you'd have to do that now.
They are selling, which I sort of want to buy.
I mean,
They are selling Han Solo vests now, like the actual one that he wears from the movie in Galaxy's Edge. I'm like, I want a Han Solo vest. That's cool, and his shirt. So you could buy the shirt and the vest in Galaxy's Edge, but probably won't. I think somebody said the vest was only $50, and actually that's not too bad for one of those vests. If you go on Amazon to get a Han Solo vest, it's like $100 or something. So,
Yeah, you could totally bound as training Luke. Just your pants do have to like ride high, like your shorts or whatever. They have to ride high up over the belly button.
tall socks.
Well, that's how I always wear them.
Yeah.
I'm 43 years old.
It's some like 80s socks, like with the stripes on them.
Oops.
I mean, that's totally not what Luke wore.
He's
But I
looking
mean,
at pictures right now.
Just make yourself really dirty.
dirty, yes. Like a Tuesday.
Like a Tuesday? I'm going to make sure I wear my badge. I'm going to take my badge with me.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
I am geek
Beskar
badge out of
badge.
Beskar.
Take that with me. Probably take a lightsaber. My wife will be like, ugh.
Of course.
Dragging a lightsaber with you, and I'm like, or I could just buy another one. I'm there, and then she's like, no, take it with you.
You just have to buy another one.
Yeah, I'll just buy another one.
And I heard droids that you have are getting a little lonely,
I think so.
and you probably need another one.
You might need
Your
a
new friend.
BB-8.
I know what I want,
A BB unit.
but I don't think they're going to be selling them yet. I bet they'll wait till October. They're going to sell a Cal Kestis lightsaber.
Oh.
I saw that. Yeah.
And I really want that to go with my Cal Kestis cosplay.
Mhm.
That would be awesome. But knowing me, they'll start selling them the day after I leave. Because that's
Probably.
every past few trips, the day after I leave, they drop all this, like, they just throw up all this new Galaxy's Edge stuff.
Ew.
Yeah.
We'll just go up to the counter and then just slide one of your kyber crystals across it. I'm looking for Cal Kestis lightsaber.
I'll be like, what?
Oh, I dropped that. I guess that's yours. You must have dropped that. That's yours.
We do have a comment.
Oh.
We have someone watching on Facebook, Heather Valva. I hope I said this right because I've never seen this name before, so I apologize. Delu, maybe? She says, so cool, I would take one. And she was referring to the Capra crystal that you're going to give out. So, yeah.
Now they are for sale on iamGEEK shop on Etsy. You can buy this one, and it comes in this case.
Yes.
On Etsy. So iamGEEK shop. If you just type that in on Etsy, you should find it, or Google it. This one though, the cast member one, I won't sell. I'm just gonna. I'll give it to the cast member and be like, okay, that would be this much money. No, I'm just gonna give them out. If I can get them made, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
I mean, maybe.
Hopefully. Anyway, so they come with a little card. I don't know. Hopefully the cards will come in. It's fun. But yeah, if you want to buy any of my crystals, I have many different types of crystals. I have box sets. I have all kinds of stuff on iamGEEK shop. Tonight's episode sponsored by iamGEEK shop. Why? Because
wow.
Mine. And I can do what I want.
Sure how that works.
Well, I mean, I don't have to pay anything. Like this is my shop.
Oh, okay.
I'm shop my wares. Chris can do the same thing. I don't think Katrin has a shop.
I have a dog that keeps whining over here. I don't know if you hear that on the microphone or not.
Yeah. If you want ornaments, I mean, I've got your ornaments. Forgedflare.com. So there, several different styles of laser cut ornaments. They're fun.
Cool.
I don't have a shop. Sorry.
No. It's okay. If you need any IT advice, give Katrin a call.
Don't ask me, please.
Anyway,
please don't talk to me.
Speaking of Disney, now while I am there, now I leave the 21st. And see, this is what I'm telling you. This is what happens. I leave the 21st. On the 20th of September, Space 220, the restaurant that was supposed to open a long time ago, is finally opening. There's no reservations for yet. Now I'm wondering if they're just going to do walk-ups at first. I don't know.
So I mean, is it supposed to be what space is like in the year 220?
No. All right, so Space 220 is going to be a restaurant that's besides the space ride at Epcot. Mission Space at Epcot. And supposedly you walk in and it's like you're in this elevator that shoots you up 220 miles into the air or something like that.
Wow. And the lights they must have on that thing so airplanes don't hit it.
I know.
It doesn't really go.
It's the tallest structure in Disney.
What?
It doesn't really go up.
That's a fake elevator.
Oh.
I thought it was cool that they picked the 20th.
They picked the what?
The 20th of September.
Yeah.
220, right? I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I wish they had picked like a week earlier. That way, when I'm there, I have a chance and
more
actually
time.
Yeah.
They should have done in February. It'd be 220.
Yeah, but they didn't have it ready on time.
That way.
Well, they screwed it up.
Yeah.
But I think the elevator is gonna be super cool, right? You're looking into this round video screen, right? And it looks like you're going up, and I'm sure they've made it so it feels like you're going up. I mean, because you ride these rides or simulators like Soarin' and the Banshee ride. I can't think of it right now.
Star Tours.
It feels like you're flying and going upside down and doing all these things. So it's like they know how to do it. It's like make it.
When you leave, do you go back down the elevator?
You just go out the side door. I don't know. I mean, I doubt it, just because it's like that.
Maybe
would
they have two
be
elevators.
A nightmare. They have to have more than one, surely. I don't know.
They can
Maybe
only
not. I
afford
guess they wouldn't.
I bet this is my.
You check in downstairs.
You check in
downstairs.
You check in, yeah, and then when they call your name, street party of 4, come with me, and then you go into the elevator.
Yeah.
And it's only like 2 seconds, probably.
Yeah, And but I kind of hope that they allow others to ride it, but I don't think they will. I think it'll be that you have to go to the restaurant to do it. So it's like there's going to be tons of people that don't get to see this thing, right? Because they may never get into this restaurant at least for 5 years. You know, it's going to be hard to get into, I'm sure.
What if you're like afraid of heights?
That's your.
Yeah.
I mean that's a real thing, though, right? I mean, because if you look down into that screen, it feels like you're going up. That could give some people some vertigo, you know, like feeling like they're
up in the restaurant. Then all the windows are like you're looking at the space.
Yeah,
which I guess will give us a hint of what the Galaxy's Edge Star Cruiser thing is going to be like.
I hope so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But this is going to be real space, not sci-fi space.
Well, it's just going to be black. Like there's nothing else.
You're
just like you're in space. Ooh. I mean, there's nothing up here.
It should have a comet go by and like crash into one of the windows, and all these red lights go off.
Yeah.
Ooh, alien invasion. They should do that.
If they don't sell, or give out astronaut ice cream, then it's not worth it.
Well, I don't think they will. But
I mean, all food should be in pouches.
They should have some kind of dessert that has it like as a little.
They could
thing on it, you know.
Topper.
Yeah, a little topper. Well,
yeah,
that would make it
garnish.
Or they should just bring all the food out in like those silver pouches.
Yeah, they should be. Then you add the water.
Yeah, you add the water. It's like that. Those
camping.
No, those places. What is it? What's it called?
The military.
It's like this soup. It's like this Asian soup place. They have one in Orlando. It looks pretty cool. Where this robot takes you to the table, and then they bring you this bowl, and you sit it down on this thing, this heater thing on your table, and then you pour everything in it. And there's like a conveyor belt that goes around, and you grab the stuff that you want in your soup, and you put it in it from the conveyor belt.
Forget Space 2020. I want to go to this place.
It's pretty cool.
They got a robot.
I'm not a big soup fan.
This robot takes you to the table. It's like, hello, how are you doing today? And then the robot will come by your table and like, how's everything going? Like a real robot. And then there's a conveyor belt.
Really real?
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. And then there's like a conveyor belt that goes behind you and around you with all the food on it, and you just pick off what you want and you dump it into the bowl. It looks very cool.
It might, yeah. Does that still happen in COVID times? Because people are so afraid to.
I don't know.
Touch other people's food.
I went to one of those. Was it a Japanese restaurant where it has the conveyor belt and you just grab off what you want?
Oh, yeah.
Those are fun.
I've been to a sushi train.
Yeah.
Robot soup
like
place.
It was a train going around, and you just pick off the plates, and the plates are priced differently. So it's like if you pick up a blue plate, it costs $5, and red plate it's $10.
This place had some kind of game or whatever. Like the plates that you would take off, like it scored you somehow.
Oh.
And like these different things would happen on this TV screen, like at your table, like depending on what you took down and put back. It was fun.
You and me revolving hot pot.
Hot pot.
Oh.
It's near Disney Springs.
There you go.
Yeah, so the tables all have these like hot, like
pots,
stove tops on them. So I guess you could like burn don't take children there.
It's a hot pot.
And there's a robot that goes around, and look, there's the robot, Peanut.
Aw.
Oh, it's cute. It's the shape of a peanut.
So this should be
purple peanut.
Space 220. You get your choice of broth that they bring out that you put on your little hot plate thing that's embedded in the table, and then you just put all your fixings in it. Next time we're there, I'm taking
No.
What if you go and just like, oh no, I just want the broth.
I could, I guess.
There's a guy at work with he drinks bone broth, and it's just like,
Give me hot pot. We're going, Katrin.
So it kind of reminds me of like as far as like cooking at your table. We have a place called Stacks. It's a pancake place, and you can sit at a table that has a hot plate or big griddle, and you make your own pancakes in front of you.
What's the difference?
You're
It's
making
not soup.
pancakes, not soup. I'm just not a big fan of soup, I guess.
I'm
Especially,
not soup
I don't
either.
know.
Just get all. Well, see, the reason they have the soup is it cooks all the stuff. All the stuff is like and you put it in there and then it cooks it.
And I think that this kind of soup's a little different than like the soup that you would normally think of.
Yeah.
I think
It's not like a chili.
I
More like a
know.
ramen
Well, see, that would be
or-
better. Right. I'm not a big ramen fan.
Yeah. Well,
A lot of times those have like seafood in it and junk.
You don't-
and I'm just like, oh,
it's okay. You can go to Space 220 and eat your astronaut ice cream. Hopefully,
probably not.
there's not a menu out yet. I don't think.
No, and it's not a Disney company that's doing the food. It's like some outside company,
It's
right?
the Hot Pots doing it. That's what I heard.
Starts with an L, right? Something. I don't know. I can't remember the name of the place.
Landry's.
It's not Landry's. Maybe it doesn't start with an L because that's. I think that's probably what I was thinking of, but it's not
Logan's
Landry's.
Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Yes, Logan Steakhouse.
Space 220.
Welcome to
Sponsored by
Space
Logan
220.
Steakhouse.
You can throw a peanut shell down the
Don't
big
do that
elevator.
anymore. It's a COVID.
Uh,
They don't have
oh, really?
like their peanut barrels. They just have it filled with children's menus.
So you can throw children's menus on the floor.
But what does COVID have to do with dropping peanut shells on the floor? I guess
Hand in
touching the
there.
people.
Ugh.
Yeah, but they can give you a fresh bucket every time.
No. Like they have the big barrels that you just go put your hand in.
Oh, I guess at Texas Roadhouse they would bring
Oh,
you a
maybe that.
bucket to your table.
I don't know. Maybe that's what I was
I don't
thinking. I don't know.
But I never ate them anyways. It's kind of gross.
It's kind of gross. So next week on the show, before I forget, Caitlin's doing the one chip challenge, right? Is that what's happening?
I didn't hear what you said. Sorry, it's broke up. I think your internet connection's messed up. I'm not sure.
One chip challenge? You doing it?
I didn't catch that. What was that? It'll have to be on a Friday night when I don't have to work the next day.
Why? I don't understand.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
You'll go like a full hour. Won't need anything.
You'll be like, this is nothing.
Go like a.
Well, if we do
Water
a special Friday event, would you do it?
We'll see.
The fans are listening. They're clamoring for it.
In the text group, he was like, "Yeah, I'd do it."
Well, that's what I thought. It was still like $100 or something.
Challenge, no problem. I got that.
He's like, "Oh, it's affordable
like,
to
holy
get."
It's affordable and they're available.
And then there was dead silence.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what do we got?
Charlie did.
So is the idea that you just watch me eat it on YouTube and see me like
We can
snot coming out of my
give you
nose?
a quiz or something.
I'll give you a quiz or something. You could do like if you get the question wrong, a little tiny bite.
We'll give you a Pee Wee Herman quiz. Well, you
Well, I failed that the last time. So
we'll do back to the future.
Or we could do this.
There
We
you
could give you. I mean, this would make it fair for you, not for the viewers, really, not for us.
Well,
but we could do 5 questions.
Okay.
You get the majority of the questions right, you don't have to eat the chip.
I have to eat
But
it.
if
I
you-
still have to eat it because I paid $7 for it. So I'm gonna eat the chip either way.
He's not wasting $7.
Heather in our chat says it's a trap. Do not take the challenge.
Oh,
Heather.
what does Heather know?
I don't know.
That's a lot, 'cause
So
she's watching.
here's the thing. I need to do first before I do this. I think my son wants me to do the blazing challenge at Buffalo Wild Wings,
You already
and
do that?
we keep telling him, huh?
You did that on the show, didn't you?
No, we just ate the sauce. Because here's the thing. At least they used to do when they do the blazing challenge. They would take the wings, put them in the hottest sauce, and then they would put extra something on it, like
Yeah.
some kind of juice or like capsaicin, pure capsaicin, on there. But and supposedly it makes it hotter. But again, when we did that challenge with the chips and the hot, it really wasn't that hot.
See, this.
So I think I can do
one
it.
chip probably like that.
I mean,
you know
if-
what you could do?
So I
If
feel
you
like
do that, if you eat the
right.
one chip, I'll eat a whole bag of Cool Ranch Doritos.
Same.
Now we could
The
do
party size.
is we could do the they have different kinds of chips. These one chip people.
Yeah.
So you could start out
I've tried some
slow,
of the other chips.
and then for every question you get wrong, because we'll make the questions really hard, you work your way up.
But they don't have to be hard for me.
Let's just get Winchester to do it.
It's $7 for one chip.
We'll send it to Winchester.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a big chip. Have you seen the chip?
It is a big
good
chip.
size chip. You have to eat the whole chip.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm pretty sure that's why Sasha Banks missed SummerSlam. She took the one chip challenge, and then all of a sudden, oh, she can't be at SummerSlam.
It's really weird because like I've noticed as I've gotten older that I can't handle as much spice as I used to.
Oh, I can't handle any.
Oh,
but it's also certain spices, but I haven't nailed that down yet, so I don't know which one.
Well, I think this would be a good exercise.
It's a good experiment
to know if it does or not. Yeah.
You don't have to do it if you don't want to.
Oh, we'll figure it.
No,
we'll see.
No,
no, he'll do it.
There may be one already coming to your house.
There may be several.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You're gonna take the 25 chip challenge. We'll stack them on top of each other.
I need to again. I think if I need to work my way into it. I think.
Yeah. Well, we'll get the different kinds. Just take it out of the.
I don't have
budget.
any concept. I don't. Yeah, out of the budget. From what you make it with the kyber crystals.
Oh yeah, I mean I could.
The iamGEEK.
I could buy you a $6 chip for selling these.
No, I don't mind paying for it. I just I'm really curious to how hot it is because I mean I've eaten some hot stuff and it stinks, but it's like I can.
Carolina Reaper and
the guy that does a YouTube show about hot wings.
Oh gosh.
He said it was the worst one that he's like, this is different than anything we've done before, and he was tapping out. So
yeah, he was ready to tap out before she was. So was it Sasha Banks? She kept him going. We'll keep you going.
But again, I think we'd have to plan it on when I'm not working the next day because I feel like I would not be very useful.
I mean, if we need to, you can do it on location.
Not much different than normal.
You can do it on location outside of like a walk-in clinic, like an ER or something.
Just do it. You can just sit on the toilet, take a computer.
No. That's talk about cringe. Good grief, jeez.
All right, let's move on. So, also this week, the annual passes for Walt Disney World has changed, has come back in a different form. That I think they're just overcomplicating things again, but
well, that's the theme of this year.
That is the theme
with Disney. Let's make it super complicated.
I listened to our friends over at Main Street Electrical Podcast talking about the Disney Genie.
Yeah,
and it's confirmed it even more that it is so complicated. They overcomplicate it so much.
Yeah.
You have to have somebody explain it to you, and then they don't even understand it.
These are travel agents, and they're like, well,
but in fairness, there's a lot of details that still need to be answered about it, and
like
and
why?
It made more after I read it a few times and heard other people talk about it. I get it. But anyways,
I did. And then
passes.
They were talking about if you get the Genie Plus, which we won't go into all this, do you get an audio walking tour?
Yeah.
Have you heard about this?
So there's also some augmented reality glasses too that you get if you get the
glasses.
There's something in like the fine print that's like you get some glasses with one of the things.
Huh. I know there's like an
augmented
thing on your phone that like a character will pop up behind you, but I think that's like
I think that's
right. But but they talked about some glasses that you get. It's
that will never happen.
Oh, I know. And it was like, well, what do you use it for? Which that's kind of interesting, but it's like what?
Well, who's going to use They were talking about this on Main Street. Who's going to use the audio tour? Because when I go with my family and I have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, if I pop in my earphones to listen to an audio tour, they're going to be gone in a minute. I'm going to look down and be like, oh, where'd they go?
I hope it's just like the tour from Jurassic Park. Same guy, was it Richard something, reading it.
Yeah. I think it's just like characters pop in and be like, "Hi, this is Cinderella. Welcome to my castle."
I mean, it could be like My Pal Mickey reinvented or something. You know, it's like you should head over to the.
I just want to know who
Big
thought
Thunder
that was a good
Mountain.
idea. Man, you know what they should do? They should just put their ear pods in and walk around all day.
Oh my gosh.
Narrated by Donald
Yeah.
Duck.
That's, I mean, not to gripe. I just,
No,
that's
it's
the
just
whole
funny.
thing that I think is crazy. It's like becoming so dependent on the stupid phone with everything we do, right? But so now it's like I got to do this at Disney World to see what's going on. Now, here's the thing: you don't have to do any of this. You don't have to do Genie. You don't have to do Genie Plus.
Mhm.
You don't have to look at your phone. You don't have to use your phone.
I probably won't.
But they're doing a lot of things that almost make you do it if you really want to take advantage of everything. And a lot of people will, and a lot of people sit there and look at it. They have the play thing, which they say is really kind of cool.
The play thing is cool. I've done it.
Because you can like
My phone's
interact
gonna
with
handle
things
it.
in some of the cues. Like it'll light up things.
It's
You know,
cool.
which I've not seen. But I like to keep the phone in my pocket and not look at it because I do that a lot.
I did the play app
So-
one time when I was there alone.
Yeah.
Because I was just walking around alone, so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try this out, and
Yeah.
it was fun alone. Now, if I
Sure.
was with my whole family doing it,
Yeah.
I don't think it would be that fun. Because my wife would be like, "Can you put your phone away?"
Our kids are run off.
Yeah,
You
kids
go
run
get
off. I'm like, I just got to open this crate here in Galaxy's Edge.
them.
But if you're alone, and I think this audio thing is for the people who go alone too. If you're alone at Disney, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have a friend walking with you.
You have a friend. Yeah. Oh boy.
That's what the glasses are for. You put them on, and it's just like this person walking beside you.
It's the DHIs from the
Yes.
whatever the book series is, the Kingdom Keepers. I couldn't think of it all of a sudden.
Yeah, and then speaking of Disney or Disney Plus, see, everybody's going to say that now. It's
I
not,
know.
Yeah, Genie Plus, Lightning Lane. The signs have started going up, and it looks so. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be negative, but they look so bad. It looks like, Chris, you watched Portlandia, right?
I've seen some of it, but
Did you see the "Put a Bird on It" segment?
I don't think I did.
It's this couple, and they go around, and they just like find objects, and they go, "Put a bird on it," and they just put like a sticker of a bird on it. It's pretty funny. You have to look up "Put a Bird on It" on YouTube, Portlandia. It's really funny. But when I saw the pictures of the lightning lanes, I'm like, it's the bird people. They're just walking around putting stickers on, because it looks like they saw a fastback sign and they're like, let's put a sticker on this, and they just put a sticker on it, and they're like, look, now it's Lightning Lane. So I just thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah. So I mean, they've not really put a date on it, right? But they said the fall, which starts in September. If they're already doing this, if they're already doing this and they're putting stickers up instead of like taking their time and making it look good, then it could be pretty soon. Like, why not do it while it's slow like this, like it is, you know? And I think that's what they're thinking is like, let's start doing this so we can figure out the bugs before the first.
Yeah, I think they want stuff running by the first because they don't have much for the first, but just because of COVID putting everything back.
Oh, well,
they're just trying to.
They don't care about COVID in Florida. What are you talking about?
No. Like, since they couldn't get the Tron ride open, they couldn't.
Yeah.
All these other rides and stuff done. They're like, let's just put out what we have.
Poppins.
Yeah. Put out what we have really fast.
So you mentioned the passes, but we didn't talk about.
Oh, yes. Sorry, we got distracted. So the passes now, there's 4 passes. It starts with the Disney Pixie Dust Pass.
Oh, Pixie Dust Pass.
Now, I think these prices are just renewal prices.
I thought they were. No, I think they're discounted if you renew, but I think those are the prices.
Pixie Pass is $3.99.
Yeah. Which sounds like a great deal on the surface.
But then you look at the blackout dates and you're like,
you can only go during the week.
I can go 2 days later.
You can only go during the week. You literally cannot go on the weekends with that pass. I mean, unless you pay for a different ticket.
Which when we lived in Florida, we had a pass sort of like that.
But that's also for Florida residents.
Yeah.
That pass.
And then you have.
So it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, some ways.
Then you have the Disney Pirate Pass, where you just steal it. You just take it.
Go in and pillage.
Yeah. It's for $6.99, and it's only for Florida residents.
Comes with room.
It's just less blackout days, but still blackout days. But you can go on the weekends, I think, or some weekends. I don't know. It's very confusing. And then there's the Disney Sorcerer Pass, and that's $8.99. Now I can get this one because I'm Disney Vacation Club.
Ooh, wow.
But there's still blackout dates during that one. So it's for Florida residents and Disney Vacation Club members.
Yeah.
And then there's the Disney incredi-pass for $1,299 plus tax. Oh, you also get 5 park reservations with that one. You get 5 park reservations with the Disney Sorcerer Pass, and then it goes down from there. 4, 3. So you can only reserve 5 at a time, or 4 at a time, or 3 at a time. So the incredi-pass basically, I don't think there's any blackout dates.
Right.
But I don't think you get all the stuff that you get now.
You don't get the magic maker, the pictures, right?
Yeah.
You have to add the photo pass to your whatever, and then you also have to. Well, I guess that's the main thing is adding the photo pass. You can add, there's an add-on for water parks, which is new.
Oh no, they've had that before.
Is it okay? Somebody said it was new, so I wasn't sure.
They've had water. I mean, there was the big pass had like you could do everything. You could do a water park.
Yeah, sure. But I guess the fact that it was an add-on for any level is the new thing. Maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe that's what's new about it. I mean, it's like $100.
I did the photo pass because it was included.
Yeah.
But if it's not included, I'm not going to do it.
Sure.
You know, I have a phone with a camera on it. I'll just take those pictures. It was cool to have it, but not to pay for it. Because usually those pictures, like, most of them aren't great. Like, because I've got them before, so I'll pick and choose the ones I want, and the rest I'll just leave on there.
Some are good. I'm really curious about the ones where it's like the 360 view or whatever, where that's like up above, and they do this cool looking thing, and they zoom in on you and all these things. And then there's like some of the Star Wars ones, you know, like they have you posing certain ways. Those are cool. We usually get it just because we don't go often, and it's again we like to leave our phone holstered, you know, and
I just don't want to pay for it.
But I totally get it. It's like $150, whatever, you know. So
if they had made the tickets cheaper, by taking away stuff, okay, but they didn't make the tickets cheaper. They just took away stuff.
Yeah, but which goes along with what else they've taken away and they didn't make cheaper, right? So they've again taken away the free magic bands, taken away parking that was free. They've taken away fast pass that was free. You know, they've taken all these things away and not really adding. Well, they're not reducing prices.
Like this is a Debbie Downer episode.
It is. Sorry. We did have a question, not a question, but a statement. So Heather, that's in our chat. Thanks for being here tonight, Heather. She said, for the first time, I feel like I'm going to hate our trip to Walt Disney World. I said, no, you can still have fun. Don't worry.
Yeah, you'll still have fun.
And she said, it's our daughter's graduation trip, and we won't know how the DAS passes will be working. And I said, they said they'll still have DAS passes. I said in the chat here. Yeah. And you'll use the lightning lane. So don't worry about that. Yeah. You can still have fun if you have the DAS passes.
I'm a person that has to use a DAS pass.
Yeah.
So when this first came out and I saw the word DAS pass in the verbiage, I'm like, oh no, are they taking it away? What's going on? But I think from what I've read, you will be able to now make your times in the app.
Yeah.
Rather than having to go find a person at an umbrella, like we've had to do.
That's right. Yeah, that's good. That's what. Yeah, it's all electronic.
You can still go to the person at the umbrella, but you don't have to. My friends at the umbrellas.
I think that's a plus, though.
Yeah, that's
through the app. That's because that's something they've added on.
And you can somehow apply for it through the app, which I don't quite understand.
I mean, that's so. Not to talk too much about that, though. It's like, from what I understand, you don't have to show a lot of evidence of or give a lot of proof of what disability you have, right?
Which would surprise me because when somebody told me about it, because there was years that we didn't have this and my family would ride rides and I would just sit and wait on them for most of the day. And then somebody told me about it and I was like, oh, I need to apply for this. So I gathered up all the information I needed, made sure I had all the stuff from the doctor, all this stuff. And I'm like, here it is. Here's all this stuff. And they're like, oh, we don't need to see that. Here you go. I'm like,
we don't want to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope nobody's abusing this, but I'm sure they are.
Yeah. Please don't tell a lot of people because that's what I'm afraid of, is that more people are going to be like, yes, I have this issue. Yeah. You can't ask me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't, even though that it legitimately I can, have it, I don't abuse it. Like if I see that there's a line that I need it for, I'll get it and then I'll go hang out or do something, else. I'm not like just trying to get on the ride as fast as I can. I'll wait the time. I'll sit.
Yeah.
If they want me to sit on a bench, I'll sit on a bench and wait for the time. That's just how it is. But Heather, you should be fine.
Yeah.
Everything should be good.
Yeah. So she's excited that that's going to be easier. So.
Yeah. Cool. I don't know when that will roll out. It'll probably just sort of happen one day. It'll say update your app. And we'll update the Disney Experience app, and then it'll be there. I'm leaving September 10th, and we'll be down there. Oh my gosh!
So next Friday.
Yeah. I'll be. We leave on the 10th, and then the 11th, I'll be at Galaxy's Edge.
Man.
So if anybody's going to be around Galaxy's Edge, come find me. I don't know.
The 10th sounds like a good day for a one-chip challenge, then.
For Ryan,
yeah. So I'll be there. I'm excited that our mom's going to get to come down. And she hasn't been to Disney in years. And right now we just have one. She's just going with our relative that works there for one day. So we've got to figure out if there's a way we can get her tickets for any of the other days.
Oh, there's ways.
If we can afford to get our tickets for their days, because it's not cheap. But we're going to Hollywood Studios that day, and I said something about Galaxy's Edge. She goes, "Ooh, I get to see the Star Wars land." I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, I'm so excited. And then we didn't have any dinner reservations, then something popped up, so I grabbed it fast. It's a 4:00 dinner, so I guess it's senior citizen dinner.
I mean, it's perfect.
We're going to the Brown Derby, which I haven't been to.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Fancy.
Yeah.
Last time I went there, I got super sick.
What?
I don't know. I had some mushroom
soup
pasta thing or something, and
oh great!
Yeah.
Don't tell me that.
Oh well, that had to be like a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was a long time
ago. Who are you there with?
Jared.
Oh,
me and Jared went.
There's your price.
And yeah, it's probably because at the time I was eating cheese and I didn't know I should probably not eat cheese, and I think it had a lot of cheese in
mushrooms. They're just gross, so maybe that's why.
Oh,
mushrooms aren't too bad.
Mario doesn't think they're bad.
Anyways, so I'm excited. I think that'll be a nice place to take, our mom.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sammy to eat dinner.
How long before So I'm going next year. To Disney World.
Yeah, like in September, right?
Yeah, and there's
September. I thought it was November. Okay, I got my dates confused.
September. So I got the Disney World app.
Yeah, the Disney Experience app.
Yeah, when can you start booking stuff?
Oh well. Sit back, relax.
Uh-oh.
Here tonight, but I guess we are. Are you staying on property?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, unless it's changed, food reservations could be 180 days out.
Well,
it may have changed though.
I think it's 60 right now.
Is it 60?
But who knows then?
Wait,
right?
It's 60 because of everything going on. Originally, it was 180 days, right?
Right.
And then it bumped down to 60 because it was 60 for fast passes.
Right. For on property, yeah. or 90 days for I forget now because it's so different.
So changed.
It was 60, but
With
yeah,
the
it's
new fast
who
pass,
knows?
or the new Disney Genie or whatever. I don't know.
Well, the Genie, you do it that morning at 7 o'clock in the morning.
So that's
Now,
for the second.
but food is like 60 days out.
16.
That's also, I think, isn't that the for your park passes too, like the park reservations? Is it 60 days out or is
Yes, it is, because I tried to get
Yeah.
some for our September trip a while back, and I was like, oh, I can't get them yet.
Yeah.
To something like that. So you have a while, but
Okay.
I would be happy to, for a small fee. No, help walk you through it. Can I just go with you? By the way,
Oh, sure, yeah.
you heard it here. You can't take it back.
No, we actually have like a Disney planner or whatever.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Because my wife's sister,
Yeah.
that's what she does, and so we've got one of her people
So you don't.
that have
Awesome.
like got it, that they set up the account for us, and they got us the reservations ready. So yeah, we're going to stay at the Polynesian for a few days, then go on
great.
the Wish, the new Disney Wish cruise, and then come back and go to the stay in the boardwalk for a couple days.
So fancy.
He's so fancy. By the way, though, folks listening, going with a travel agent is the way to go.
Unless you're DVC.
That's true. It's a little different, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're not DVC and you're just going, even if you're a pro at it, but especially if you don't know what you're doing or you're just not sure, but even if you know what you're doing, we did it last time. And
yeah, it's good.
The nice thing is, it's like they'll do as much as you want them to do, but one of the benefits is they'll book it, and if there's a change and you're not paying attention, they'll tell you that some things have changed, like here this price all of a sudden got cheaper for this, or hey, there's free dining, which that probably won't ever happen. Or this deal, and then they change it for you. You don't have to go and do it. But then also you can go and say, well, can you go book my dining? I guess is about the only thing now, but ask them questions. It's like all these weird things that are going on. You just say, hey, I don't understand this Genie Plus thing, and they'll explain it to you. So
as best they can.
I highly
if you're
recommend
looking for
Once Upon a Time travel, right?
Upon a Star Travel.
Upon a Star Travel. See, I don't know. Upon a Star Travel. David Dollar, Jen Novotny. Ask for them.
Yeah.
Upon a Star Travel.
And Heather says it's 60 days for
60
for
days now. Yeah.
Yeah.
The days of 80 days out are gone. No more.
How dare they?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, with DVC, I had talked to a travel agent for our Hawaii trip, for our
anniversary.
Our 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
And I was like, and they're like, oh yeah, we sure to help. We're glad to help you. I'm like, well, we're DVC, so we'll get the rooms. Oh yeah, well, I can't help you. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'll plan it all myself then.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
The only thing is we didn't use Upon a Star the last time because I didn't know about them at the time.
Yeah.
But we when we booked before COVID, and we ended up still going in last October, and we got an email from our travel agent that there was a change and we could get a room a little bit cheaper on the same property, and I was like, I'm fine with what we have, but I like that we had a preferred room. I'm good with it. It's not that much more. Turns out I probably should have just gotten standard, but then I found out later, like I was on a bus with somebody, and they were like, yeah, we were staying at Pop, and our travel agent switched us over to the Caribbean resort for about the same price. It wasn't that much more. And I was like, son of a gun. And I looked it up later, and I was like, we could have stayed like for just a little bit more at a moderate, which is the Caribbean resort. Now, there's some challenges with the Caribbean because you've got a lot of it's huge, right? And you have to take buses to get around. But it still would have been cool to stay at the Caribbean. I mean, because of it where it is on the Skyliner, you don't have to like switch to go to you're at the switch point, right? You can either go to Epcot this way or go to Hollywood Studios this way. Whereas when you're at Pop, you go to Caribbean, get off, and then pick which one you want to go on. So there's some advantages to staying at Caribbean, and that would have been cool, but it's fine. But
yeah. This
think
trip
she
we
just
won't be
forgot.
staying on property.
Yeah.
It's my wife's doing a conference, so we're just tagging along with her work stuff.
It's your wife's fault.
Well,
No,
it's her wife. It's her fault that they're going. So
Yeah, she's the reason we're going. It's not her fault that we're not staying on property. We're just not.
Yeah.
So that's the only bad thing, because we can only book 3 days at a time since we're not on property. So we have our first 3 days parks planned, but after that, who knows? I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be able to get what we want.
Yeah, sure.
The crowds have been so low, and I think it's going to stay that way.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to get another lightsaber. It'll be fine.
Oh man, I want to.
Supposedly,
Really, I want the Cal Kestis or the Ray.
Yeah,
yellow one. I won't get it, but they haven't had any. Like, I've seen pictures, and they've had like 4 or 5 in stock because they can't get them.
Yeah, I was gonna say in general, just merchandise has been hard to get just because of shipping issues or materials not being available probably to make those things. So
yeah, I blame Chris.
And but so on that note,
so.
one thing they did announce is that you can only buy 2 of these special things.
Two special things
of the 50th anniversary things.
Yeah,
you can't go and like buy a bunch of them and sell them on eBay. Essentially,
I hope so. They'll figure out a way.
Oh, they'll figure out a way. Yeah, but at least they're trying. But but that's not the reason why they're doing it, because they don't care. They just care if people buy it, right?
Yeah.
What they've realized though is that they don't have enough stock.
Yeah.
So it's not fair. And
cupboards are bare.
They're trying to help a little bit. The cupboards are bare. They're not making money.
No, I mean, like, there's nothing. There's no product.
They're definitely making money.
There's no product. Oh, they're making money. My son, who's 6 years old, is very wise, and we were talking about this Genie Plus thing and Fast Passes.
Yeah.
My wife and I, and he goes, "Why are they doing this? Why do they want more of our money to ride rides? Why can't we just ride the rides for free?" And I'm like, "We can still ride the rides with our tickets. We just can't get these passed." Well, I don't understand. Why would Disney do this? It's like
life, son.
I'm like, "Son, they just want more money." Well, don't they have enough? No, they never have enough.
Not.
Never.
Anyways,
I just hope it isn't leading up to e-tickets and A-tickets and all that junk again. I mean,
they can do that if they have the same prices they had when they did.
Yeah, exactly.
25 cents for this ride.
You add on. I mean, that would make sense though, that it wasn't not that low, but I mean, there's no way they could expect somebody to pay $150 to get in the gate and then pay to just get on rides, not fast passes, right? Just to get on rides. There's no way anybody would do that, right? So it would have to be that you pay this really low base rate, but then to get this booklet, you got this digital booklet, you got to pay. Okay, please
don't give them any ideas.
They already have the idea. I don't know. Ugh.
The Bobs are listening.
Sorry.
Everywhere. Anyways. So we're usually not this negative. It just seems like this week a lot of announcements were made for a lot of things that were just sort of like, well, okay. And then I watched the latest What If. I was like, wow, they're just I messaged you guys and said they should change the name to What If the Marvel Universe was just depressing.
Yes. Well, the first 2 episodes were very kind of like light and kind of fun and everything. And these past 2 episodes, which Katrin hasn't seen the end of this last episode yet, the Doctor Strange yet.
Just don't.
But yeah, man, they got dark. And there was I thought I read something. There was one episode that they were going to try and do. And it was like Spider-Man lost his arm and got a cybernetic arm. They're like, oh, it was too dark or whatever. We didn't want to do it. And then you see this episode, you're like,
What?
It's
Oh,
dark
Well,
and
no.
depressing.
It's
Like
okay.
dark and depressing.
It's
Like-
so I told Chris earlier we were
You
talking.
haven't finished, Cater. You haven't finished the
I
episode.
know, but
It's dark and depressing.
what I would really, I think, would make these a little bit better. Which I love them, and more than you
I like
guys
'em too.
probably. But
Oh, I like them a lot.
I think what would really could go take it to the next level. I'll put it that way. Is if they would finish more of the story out. Like I would love to see what actually how that affects more things. You know, when
Gotcha.
XYZ happen. Like all the Avengers are dead.
Wait,
Let's say that happened. Let's just say that happened.
Whoa. Spoilers here.
Then what happens, right? We saw, kind of what happened or whatever, but it's like what else, and like how does that story keep going,
Each episode
So-
kind of ends in a way that
Yeah.
like you look forward to like what would happen
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't say necessarily cliffhangers, but they kind of
Well-
are a little bit. They're kind of like mini cliffhangers, like almost setting stuff up for more
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah.
Which they could, possibly do. I'm sure they'll do another season, and they could probably take some of their more like interesting stories or ones that people are really into and continue them if they wanted to. Or if you watch the Hyundai commercial that has "What If" in it, you might know what's going to happen. So
I haven't watched it. But anyways, yeah, I was. Maybe next episode will be a little more like, what if in this multiverse everybody loved each other and was happy?
I think it's Party Thor.
Party Thor, yeah.
It's supposedly if he wasn't worthy of Mjolnir or Mueller, whatever his name is, the hammer his name is.
Emu.
Yeah, there you go. Emu. If he's not worthy, that's the idea. Is he comes down to Earth or whatever.
He just parties?
He could be just like this. He could be more like Loki.
So, supposedly, like I think I saw somewhere they called him Party Thor.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
And it was like, what if Thor was banished to Earth but was still? Well, this says actually, what if Thor was banished to Earth but was still worthy of his mantle?
Oh.
So he didn't have to earn it back. He just got banished to Earth. But he,
okay.
Yeah. So he's banished to Earth, but he didn't have to like earn.
He didn't have to be good.
Yeah. So the picture that it has listed, looks like he's in Vegas. So
there we go.
I think it's Party Thor.
Nice.
Party Thor.
So last night at church, there was this new kid in the class I was in. This new kid, and I said, "What's your name?" His first grader. He said, "Loki." And I was like, "I'm sorry." And we had our masks on. I'm like, "I'm sorry." And he said, "Loki." Okay. And so his grandmother was standing there. I said, "Can you spell his name for me? I just want to make sure we get it down right and everything." And she said, "It's like this show." I was like, okay, I was just making sure because I wasn't sure if I could hear him right because he had a mask on.
Did you write down? Okay, God of Mission.
So we had
watch this.
So it was so funny watching all of the adults that were over this class and each person like, I'm sorry, what was that? And I said, yes, it really is that.
You just called him the variant. That's what you should just call him.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah.
Pruned him.
The funny thing about that too is that my Sunday school teacher told us that he works for the TVA, and of course I'm wearing a mask in that class, and I'm looking around like at everybody else that's not wearing masks, and I'm like, and nobody else is smirking, so I'm like, I'm glad I have this mask on, so I can laugh to myself.
Did you hook them up? Did you put Loki with the TVA and say you need to take care of this?
They're not related, but I probably should have. I need to go back and report that we have a Loki. But that was interesting. I've never known a Loki before, but now I do.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting.
And last name Laufey, son? Is that what?
Anderson.
Anderson.
Oh, so son of Ander.
Which is a Norwegian type name, right? Anderson, maybe, I don't know, or at least European, I guess.
Well, like basically Norse gods or whatever the Norse, you would take your father's name.
Oh yeah, I got
and
you.
then you'd put son on the end of it. That's why it's like
thought-
Thor, Odin's son, and
Oh gosh, now you're confusing me.
Loki, Laufey's son.
So what about Danielson?
Well, apparently his father's name was Daniel.
But only according to
Mr.
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
Gosh, sorry.
Mr. Miyagi was really big into Norse mythology.
All right, we've come to that time of the show where we're going to talk about Whatcha Streamin, what we've been watching this week, whether on Netflix, TV, HBO Max, Amazon Prime, Hulu, or any of the other 50,000 streaming services out there. What have you guys been streaming this week?
I've been
trying to end on a happy note.
I've been watching an older show. It's definitely not for kids. It's an adult, but it's a cartoon. It's the Venture Brothers.
It's animated series.
Yeah, it was like an old Adult Swim cartoon called the Venture Brothers, and it's basically it's a play off of like Johnny Quest, and it's pretty crude. But I just needed that humor this week. It was just fun.
You needed that crude humor.
I just needed stupid humor, and it's a fun watch. It gets bloody, adult situations. You'll love it. It's great.
It's great.
But also tonight we're watching. There was a new episode of Expedition X, where they go into the Great Smoky Mountains.
Oh,
and they're looking for the feral people.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
He just comes out of the wood with a big beard on.
Okay.
Hey guys, want some more cowbell?
Yes, so
He's dressed up like his Wedding Crashers
Did
character.
they find any?
Well, we're still watching it, so I don't know.
Don't
There's
spoil
still
it,
a possibility.
They never find anything.
But it's interesting. They stopped and had some moonshine.
Oh.
With some moonshiners up in the Smoky Mountains.
Well, on Rocky Top?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, football season has started, everybody.
Woo!
Yeah.
The Vols played tonight.
Yeah.
Woo!
They lose?
No, they're winning. They're playing Bowling Green, so they better win. Dadgummit.
Yeah, they better.
Soylent Green?
Soylent Green, yes.
Patron, besides that, what have you been watching?
We finished watching all of the Jurassic movies.
Oh.
So my son has told us a few times that he's watched everything. So we're like, have you watched the Jurassic Park? No, you haven't watched Jurassic Park.
You're a liar,
He's watched some of them by himself, which I was surprised. He watched 2 and 3. I didn't get to watch those with him, but we watched the Jurassic World, watched the new one, the Fallen World, or the newest one, I guess I should say. And he loved them. I was really surprised he didn't like ask to sleep in our room or something, which he's 10, so he's getting big on us here. But he did well with them, and he likes them. So. But we're always singing, "It's a dinosaur, it's a dinosaur," like all the time. We can't quit singing.
So you didn't get to watch the greatest one with them. Episode 3. I think it was episode 3.
It's not.
No, it's not the greatest. I'm joking. Is that the one where he's on the airplane and he falls asleep and the dinosaurs and it goes, Alan!
Yep, that's the one.
I forgot about that.
It's like the best. So stupid. Alan, it's me, the dinosaur.
That last one, man, that was terrifying at some points. The Fallen World, where they're in like New York or wherever they are. I don't know where they are, but and the one they made in that finger. I remember when we talked about the previews, and we're like, that's got to be a dream sequence or something, like, or some kind of simulation.
In like a
or
bedroom.
Yeah, in the bedroom. But it's like that was in the movie. It was pretty terrifying, but he did well with it. But so one other thing. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that one kind of went somewhere odd.
Yeah, it was really weird there at the end. Yeah.
Mhm.
The other thing that we're streaming though is I told my son he needs to watch Ace of Cakes because he watches all these cooking shows,
Ah.
and there was something that was like Duff versus Buddy
Oh
cooking
yeah.
show, and I was like, no, watch Ace of Cakes. So he turns it on, and he said, I'm gonna have to skip seasons a little bit because this one the screen is all stretched weird because it's like not HD. So he skipped ahead to when they had it HD, and I was like, they're like telling all these stories in the show, and I was like, where are you in the series? And he told me why, and I was like, oh, it's like, man, we're spoiled, I guess. But
What's wrong with the screen?
yeah,
There's no black bars on the top and bottom.
Yeah, the
it's
the
on the
Venture Brothers.
sides.
Yeah, the Venture Brothers I've been watching. The screen is like a small screen inside
4:3.
my screen. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny. So that's what we're streaming.
Oh, well,
What are you streaming, Ryan?
we binged a season of a show because my wife doesn't know how not to binge a season when the whole season's on there. We'll be like, I'm like, let's watch one episode or something, and we'll watch it. She's like, turn the next one on. Just let it go. We gotta finish. We gotta finish it. We gotta see what happens. I'm like, don't you think we should go to bed? No.
No, bed. Jeez.
So we watched the second season of Outer Banks on Netflix, which the first season we both really enjoyed a lot. The second season, I liked it, but the writers' room must have had a board with all these crazy things, and they had darts, and they just said, let's see what happens next, and they throw a dart and be like, yeah, sure, let's do that, because there's like so many like weird plot holes and weird like things that happen that you're just like, what? Like I usually don't yell at a TV screen. Well, not yell, but basically go, what are you? That's stupid. That doesn't make sense. And I did that a lot during this season. I mean, it was a lot, like a lot. I'm like, that's not how that works, you know. That commercial. I did that a bunch. I don't want to spoil anything, but there is one moment that I won't go into detail. But some characters get on a boat in one part of the world, a little boat with a tank of gas, and then somehow they end up in another part of the world, and they go, "Oh, look, we're here," and I'm like, "That's physically impossible." Like on that little boat with one tank of gas, you couldn't get that distance, and they're just like, "Oh, well, we're already here. How did that happen?" And it was just like,
Yeah, we were watching. We watched the 28 Days Later and the 28 Weeks Later, the two the zombie movies.
Yeah.
We watched both of those, and in that second one, there's a helicopter in it, and you never see it touch down, and it's flying the whole movie, like 48 hours, and then like flies overseas at the end of it. Like, where did he get the gas? Like, there's
it's
an apocalypse England. There's nothing there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but I mean, Outer Banks season 2 is good. It was. I liked the first season better, but I recommend watching the second season. Just go into it knowing that most everything that they do doesn't make sense. Literally everything that they do doesn't make sense. So there you go. Because I know Chris, I know you and your wife wanted to watch it.
Yeah, we'll probably watch it.
It's still fun. I mean, it's fun. It's teenager treasure hunt type stuff, but it was funny. I'm just like, what? And even my wife was like, that doesn't work like that.
Seinfeld's coming.
Yeah.
Seinfeld's coming to Netflix.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. We've been watching
Speaking of things
Seinfeld.
that don't make sense.
We've been watching Seinfeld. We actually got the series because it wasn't on anything at the time. We got it.
Will be
watched
soon.
it.
So
Yeah, we'll be.
need it.
We'll be soon. But yeah, because we're just going through all the '90s shows that my wife hasn't watched. We
Fresh
watched all of
Prince, good.
Friends.
She was in that cult, right? During the 90s?
Yeah, during the '90s, she was in that cult. Couldn't watch TV. So yeah, we did Friends. We're doing Seinfeld, and then the other day she's like, "Have you watched Frasier?"
Oh wow!
I'm like, yeah,
that's great.
Frasier.
You should have said, I don't. What is that? That doesn't sound familiar at all.
I don't know what show
I don't
is.
know what that is. Oh, you mean that show from the guy from Cheers?
Yeah,
Yes.
like
And then she'd be
we
like,
wanna
what?
watch Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, good.
good.
And
Oh,
there's speaking of 90s shows, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you'll have to watch that too. And then there's going to be a new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So
Yeah, I don't think I'll watch the new one.
no.
I'm getting a little done with the just rebooting all the old shows. I think I'm sort of done with that. But
I've been done with
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
movies and everything.
What are you gonna do?
The new He-Man's coming out later this month. And it just looks ridiculous.
I'll probably watch the first episode, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
Just to see what it's like. But
we already talked about it, but
How many new He-Mans are there gonna be?
But hopefully they'll have the second part of Revelations, whatever they'll call it. Maybe that will come out soon and make it all confusing. It's like, did you watch He-Man? Yeah. See
Wait,
this?
which
No. Which one?
Oh, my wife brought home new pets.
oh, yeah. I thought that was dinner.
Mark.
I'm not excited at all. They went to the
Yeah.
beach. I was working. They went to the beach and they came home and she called and said, "Hey, we're bringing home. Got some crabs on the beach." I'm like, "What?" "Oh yeah, hermit crabs."
Oh, shoot.
Oh yeah. Oh no, don't come home. And she's like, I'm like, "How many?" "I don't know, a few." There's like 6 or I don't know. There's a bunch of these little things. She went out and got a thing for them to live in.
Aquarium.
Yeah, like a big thing.
Big aquarium.
Yeah. And it's got like a heating thing on it, and
The heater.
Oops, I left it off. That's all you have to do. It's over.
I'm like, the kids are gonna ignore this in 2 days. Guess what? She says, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it." And then she goes out of town. I don't like them. There's the cockroaches of the sea or something.
It's dinner. That's what that is.
We tried to do fish at our house, and we did terrible. Like, we did betas or whatever. It was just terrible. And then we did goldfish, and we finally just had to give up. Not goldfish.
I said, we're going out of town
guppies
next week. We're going out of town. Well, what about these things? Oh, we have somebody that comes and watches our dog. Oh, she could just take care of him. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, all right. You can't even look at them because when you walk up to the thing, that it's collapsed into their shell.
I'm scared.
And they do it fast. There's like, and they're in. So it's just looking at shells is all it is.
We're living free.
I'd say this is what's funny. Before they went to the beach, they watched Finding Nemo and Finding Dory.
Oh, that was it.
And but then they come home with this, and I'm like, oh, you learned nothing from Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. She's like, what do you mean? You took these poor animals from their homes in the great big ocean, brought them to a little aquarium, just like they did at the dentist office, where those poor creatures were trying desperately to escape.
Evil.
And now they're gonna escape. You're gonna wake up one night and they'll have tied you up. And robbed you blind.
They're escape artists. They figure out how to get out of these things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so my relative of mine went on a Disney cruise recently,
yes.
and she had a little hitchhiker come back with her.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so if you go on a cruise, check your luggage after going to the beach, because she got home with her luggage and she has it upstairs. She put her stuff upstairs, and the next morning when she came down to the kitchen, there was a 2-inch, that's just the body, 2-inch baby tarantula in the kitchen sink. It had crawled from their bedroom upstairs, downstairs, into the kitchen.
No.
Her husband hit it twice with something, didn't kill it, and then ran like scalding hot water over it in order to...
Oh my gosh, tortured it.
Like, but I mean, they showed a picture and like it doesn't look like it got hit at all.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's a picture right
And it
there.
laid babies
If you
all
can see
over.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's
When there's
giant.
one,
Yeah,
there's more.
it's a real life arachnophobia. And it's horrifying. But yeah,
So don't go on a Disney cruise. Got it.
That's what I'm wondering about all these
check the
crabs.
facts.
Because she brought so many crabs. Those crabs are gonna like have a little party in that aquarium, and then there's gonna be more crabs in that aquarium.
Yeah, there's.
Not if
You have
she's-
like, is there like a little bowl they
Turn
have
off
in
the
there where they
light.
put the keys in it?
There is 2 bowls in there.
Full of keys.
One's
Yeah.
salt water, one's other water.
Oh, okay.
Other one.
Non-salt water, I guess.
Gray water.
Should put a party Thor in there. That'd be great.
It doesn't smell good either. I hate it. I hate it so much. She doesn't listen. It's fine.
She knows she ain't.
Yeah, she knows. Anyways, well, this has been a weird episode. We've just sort of been all over the place. But I've had
It's
fun.
been a Disney episode.
I've had fun. Oh, Heather binge watched Grimm. I need to,
Yeah.
I watched
that's a
Grimm
good
for a
series.
long time, and then something happened. I never finished it. I should go back and finish it. That was a good show.
It was good. Yeah, like all the way through too. I thought it was a good show. I wouldn't mind another show like Grimm.
Yeah.
It was fun. I liked it.
Now, is the wife in Grimm Lois?
Yes.
Yeah.
In Lois and
In
Superman
whatever-
Lois. Yeah.
Superman and Lois.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's Lois.
Yeah. Lois.
And she's actually married to like the main actor from Grimm. I believe
Huh?
they got married.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's special.
Now she's with Superman. So.
Oh. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Anyways, well, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Chris Catron, thanks for hanging out with me on this Thursday night.
Oh, you said sorry. I thought you were like Chris Catron. Thanks for. I was like, you're welcome.
No, Chris and
Don't
Catron.
thank me. It's fine.
I should have said Catron and Chris, I guess.
There you go.
Anyway.
Yes, exactly.
Next week we'll have something new for you guys, and then I'll be off to Disney, so that would be fun.
Mhm.
And I'll come back with all kinds of stories, probably.
Ooh.
Yes.
All the stories. I think my favorite ride's gonna be closed. Maybe, I don't know. Is Big Thunder closing down?
I don't know.
The kids have been asking about it, so I hope it's not, because Disney will crush them.
Rue the day.
Anyways, thanks for listening to episode 206 of I Am Geek, and we'll be back with you next week for a brand new episode. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.